Winterwatch only wrapped up a matter of weeks ago, but loyal fans are already chomping at the bit for Springwatch to return to BBC Two later this year. Longtime host Chris Packham will be back in action, alongside Michaela, Strachan and Iolo Williams. Speaking exclusively to Express.co.uk, Chris, 62, said Winterwatch went really well, and he is excited to head back to Arne, Dorset, where Springwatch was filmed last year. This year's Winterwatch was shortened from its usual 2-week run to just 4 episodes. In addition, the BBC canned Autumnwatch due to challenging times financially. Viewers will be pleased to know that Springwatch 2024 will hold on to its 3-week-long slot when it begins in the last week of May. Teasing what fans can expect, the naturalist said, "We are already hunting around and thinking about what's different, we are plotting and scheming as we speak. We are coming up with some ideas and then obviously we do a bit of filming in other parts of the country, which is really important so we get a bit of geographical spread. I'm trying to get as many young people into the program as possible, that's really important. I've got a couple of young people who have been making films for themselves and they are really good. I've been putting them in touch with the producers and saying, come on, let's get these young people on. They've got a lot to say, and they are really good at it." Chris is passionate about encouraging young people to speak up and be heard, particularly as their life will be very different to ours. He continued, "A lot of young people, certainly by the time they get to their early teens, are confronted by the fact that things are tricky for them, and they need to deal with it. That's why we see young people increasingly raising their voices and protesting because they are worried about their future. They aren't worried about their jobs, they are worried about the air that they are going to breathe and the food that they are going to eat. It is really important that we listen to their voices and allow them and trust them to make some decisions. Why have we got global leaders in their 80s? We need global leaders in their 30s and 40s or 20s, you know. When in 1969 NASA put Neil Armstrong on the moon, the average age of the people working at mission control was 25. If 25-year-olds can put a man on the moon in 1969, imagine what they could do now. In his mission to encourage young people and educate them on the natural world, Chris has penned a new children's book aimed at 6 to 9-year-olds about the animal superheroes that will help us save the world. He concluded, "I know that there is enormous competition for young people's attention, but we know that we are in a biodiversity crisis and are dependent on instilling an interest and an understanding in children. If it pricks up their ears and opens their eyes to wildlife. Hopefully when it comes to perhaps myself and other people calling upon them to look after it, they will recognize the real value in doing so." Chris Packham's Superhero Animals is available to buy now.